Well, hello again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michalak, and Greg Nicotero's new best friend, Steve Frazier.
Well, it's a long story, but
we just took about half an hour talking about his adventures with Greg Nicotero at Days of the Dead Chicago.
He's my new friend, and Greg, if you're listening, thank you very much.
Yes. Unfortunately, we have nothing to talk about with KBFX on this film, which is Hellraiser. And so we're watching from the fabulous remastered Arrow Video Blu-ray. So you guys can get your subtitles turned on and your time step over to 0 to sync up with our commentary. So, in a countdown, 3, 2, 1, play.
I have not, I've not seen this on Blu-ray before, so I'm kind of fired up.
Yeah.
I apologize that my not working voice is not working even more than normal. I had a very late night.
Yes.
And so we're just going to muddle through. Hopefully, it's been like 11 months since I've not had a voice.
Yeah.
And they say it could take a year, so the countdown is on. That hopefully it just comes right back. Here we go. Clive Barker. You know what? I asked Greg Nicotero, my friend, if he's ever been starstruck by anybody. I'm like, who made him starstruck? And Clive Barker was one of the people he said. So
okay.
So we did tie it in. There we go.
Yeah, Clive was at a Days of the Dead a couple years ago, and I was real hot to go meet him, but I ended up not going to the thing, and this was before I realized that he had fallen ill.
Oh, okay.
Because there was some sort of dental procedure he went under, and there was some kind of toxic infection he got, and it's really done a number on him.
Huh.
He was wheelchair bound or something like that, or at least it seemed like it. He was in...
Interesting. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, so... He's gotten better now, but he's still... the damage is already kind of done in terms of, like...
That's so sad.
Because...
I remember seeing him at various conventions over the years.
Yeah.
I've never paid to meet him. Yeah, this movie was really, when I think of Clive Barker, I think of this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because it's like, didn't he write a book or something? Like, isn't this based on a book?
It's based on his novella, The Hellbound Heart. Which, from what I can tell, is like it was published about the same time they just started production on this. So he kind of like, he wrote the thing, that he kind of started developing the film project with some concept art and a few other things, and got some seed money from someone to just kind of like just have something to kind of shop it around a little bit. And so they kind of just everything just kind of cascaded in the same place. And Clive had gotten some other stuff he had written adapted before, but he was very, very displeased in how they ended up coming to the screen. So that's why he wrote and directed this himself and shepherded it from start to finish.
So it just jumps right in here with him buying the box and like going up to this room and with the candles and whatever. Like, at this point, we have no background at all.
Well, I was attempting to get through the audiobook of this thing. I didn't have enough time to do it, but this is the same way it starts out in the book. It doesn't give you any real...
it's kind of like a parallel to maybe Gremlins or something where...
Something, yeah.
But instead of, like, learning the rules or whatever...
Right. You kind of... A little bit unfold as Frank here, kind of goes through the process of this whole thing.
The box is really cool. It's a cool prop. And, yeah, it's just, we're shrouded in mystery here. Like, you really don't know what he's doing, or that shot of the... Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The wide shot there, he was holding the box was still square. It wasn't redone.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What is that making love statue? Interesting. Like, what a shitty apartment this is.
Yeah, whole house.
We got a lot of fuzz there on from the restoration.
Yeah, I mean, they made this film about $1 million from New World Pictures in they shot everything in England. I think New World might have been located in the U.S. at the time, but it's just the fact that there's a lot of rough edges on the film because it was more or less low budget.
Man, they really did a number on this guy, huh? What's his name? Frank?
Frank.
Frank?
Mm-hmm.
There's our boy, Pinhead.
Yeah.
Does he have an actual name, or is it...
In this film, it's just lead Cenobite. They really... Okay. It really was just kind of like happenstance how the design of the character and his performance kind of just altered the trajectory of everything after this.
Got it. Yeah, it's like a puzzle. Mm-hmm. I like it. I do really like the box.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, no more evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Wiped away. It's a hot open.
Yeah.
It
gets you intrigued. It's like you don't really understand, but you can kind of start putting some weird pieces in vague places. When I see that with the book and everything, it's like, okay, Clive has the opportunity to big descriptive and stuff like that to kind of give a little more insight. So but here it's more ambiguous.
As an adaptation apologist, you have to look at the adaptation, the movie version,
right.
as its own unique...
Do you want to spend 15 minutes expositing what the heck the character's up to, or you just want to kind of visualize things and then fill in the gaps as the film goes on? Can you just hook the audience with the visuals and let that kind of see through the whole film to where you can start getting the blanks filled in?
Right. And you also want to start off with you
want to
a bang,
verify that this is a horror film. You don't want to start with a
drama, right?
The drama, the domestic situation with the characters here.
What in the world?
Art direction was having a time on this one.
I think it's interesting, speaking of the art direction, that all of the interior doors also have the stained glass windows. Like this is this is like a dining room or a bedroom or something, but it's and there's a lot of Jesus everywhere.
Yeah, and this is all the practical house. They didn't do any sound stages for this thing, and because obviously Clive wasn't like really, he does short films, but not like real production type of stuff. It was like, well, usually why you do a sound stage is like you have freedom to move walls around and shift things around, so you have more room for the crew and the gear and everything like that to work as you want to. So in the practical locations, it's very tight spaces to work with.
Who just puts out their cigarette on the floor of their new house?
It blends in with all the other garbage.
Well, Jesus.
Yes, indeed.
This is Gothic Mansion enough. This could be the Myers house.
Christ.
I've known some people that kept their kitchens looking like that.
Oh, it's a biohazard.
Yeah, not good. Although, it seems that there's cobwebs and...
Yeah.
Oh, no. No.
You wanna...
Nope.
Hire a maggot wrangler.
There's not much that gets me.
Yeah.
But bugs are one of them.
Squirmy.
Creepy crawlies.
Yeah, yuck.
Look at, he was living in squalor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, squatters, he says. So it's so bad that it looks like maybe there was somebody else, like...
Yeah, but he knows.
It's a classic 80s look on her.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's
the hair.
80s businesswoman.
Yeah.
even the outfit, but yeah, definitely the hair.
Yeah.
Kirsty. Oh my lord. Would you look at this beauty?
And she looks fabulous today. She shows up at all the conventions. I think she's definitely north of 40 now. She still looks fabulous. She's still a knockout.
Well, yeah, because this was 87.
Yeah.
Right? 87?
Yeah, she was 28 years old at this time, so.
Right. So she's, 13 years older than us. She's got to be. She's in her 50s now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, hello.
That's a party. And this was her first movie, I believe.
I believe
right?
so, yes. Yeah.
I like that there's this close-up.
Yeah.
Which means that she was probably like in the same room that they just stuck up. Like,
could be.
You know what I mean? Like, who was taking those photos? All of those photos were not selfies.
Just have it on a timer or something?
I guess.
I mean,
I guess you could do timers back then. You see what I mean? Like how close up that is, that it's just a background. There's no...
Yeah.
That's funny. He's got a terrible paisley tie.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Not good.
It was a little wider and bolder, and it looked like a 90s power tie.
Yeah, he's 5 years early. And this is like a family home, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's what he said, the homestead or something.
Yeah, Larry there's like this is their childhood home, and the mother has passed away, and so they're here deciding where we should inherit it, move in, or we should sell it off.
I see. Plaid pants.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah, it was the funny thing is like Doug Bradley is like he was offered two different roles. Obviously, the one he got, and the other one was one of these guys.
Oh, really?
But it was going to be his first film role.
Okay.
And his actually kind of betting back and forth, like, do I want to be covered under a bunch of freaking latex and pins and stuff like that, or do I want to have like a proper face on screen,
like that guy with the cigarette?
Right. But
look at her making fuck me eyes.
Yeah. I think Doug was like a schoolhouse friend of Clive, so.
Oh, really?
Okay. They kind of moved that in together.
And was this all filmed in London?
Yeah, this is all UK, which kind of makes things a little weird because, okay, they shot it all in England, and there were a lot of the kind of like supporting cast players, the bit players, whatnot, were all locally cast, but the studio ends up, after filming ends, can you just dub all these people over with American accents and make it seem more like it's America, but none of these locations look anything like America. They look like they're...
Right. This looks like jolly old England.
Yeah, they look like maybe Birmingham or something like that, some kind of coastal England industrial town or something. So there's always things like, okay, it just never... It always felt weird to me, because, like, okay, everyone's American here, but it's like, this isn't America. It's clearly not, so...
Right.
I can kind of get it from the studios. Like, you don't want to kind of like... People can get funky with a whole bunch of supporting cast with accents, and then everyone in the main cast is all American.
It'd be
it
weird.
Might be kind of odd
it's
or something
weird,
like that. And they're never explicitly stating anything in terms of like the locations or anything, so...
And they made it known that the woman upstairs is not her mother.
Yes.
How'd they get beers? Oh, she just got it. Yeah, got it.
Right there.
There it is.
Yes. Uh-huh.
That was Frank, right? In the photo?
Yeah.
That's a good tear.
Yeah?
Did she get lucky with that tear?
I guess so.
You can come wherever you want. It's straight out of a music video, 1988.
Oh, yeah.
87, whatever. Brother Frank.
He's really good. He's got that kind of nice, almost kind of subversive swagger to him. It's like he's got that sort of imposing,
bad boy,
dominant sort of personality.
Right.
He can zone in on, like, she's a little on the submissive side in a certain way, sort of. So he can tune into that and kind of like lean into her a little bit. She's taken with him right away, so it's like he knows I can get something out of this.
Yeah, she was looking to get something out of it too. I don't remember. It's been such a long time that I hope that they explain a little bit about Frank's relationship with the box and why he was doing this.
It does. When he gets resurrected, he talks.
Okay.
There is a sequence.
Okay. Because, like I said, it's been a long time, and I have, very broad stroke memories of this. I remember lots of it, but...
In the basics, that he's a guy who's very much a hedonist. He kind of indulges everything he kind of pushes himself all the way towards the furthest limits of, like, human pleasure and pain and stuff like that. As much as he can get, he doesn't feel like it's ever enough, so he kind of goes...
to the extreme.
Through the underground elements to see where else he can go with it.
Oh. Yeah, that's actually pretty good acting on her part, too.
Yeah.
The trembling. Mm-hmm. The fact that he just kissed her chin because his mouth is so big. Mm-hmm. He is striking.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I would call him attractive, but he's definitely...
He's got a magnetism.
Yes. And it might just be the scruff.
Yeah. Dangerousness about him.
Yeah. And it's interesting how they shot this, because part of me questions, did this actually happen or is this just a fantasy? And I'm 98% sure that this is actual memory, right? That this actually happened?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could see it being what she wanted to happen and not, which would kind of be confusing, really, She's going to screw the brother on her wedding dress?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's something.
Yes. Yeah, it's a very nice visual. You get the point across if you didn't pick on it as strongly off of the dialogue when he was just standing in the whole thing saying, "I came for the wedding."
Right. Yeah, she remembers all right.
Uh-huh. And obviously, I was listening to the little bit of the audio book I could get through. Clive is not shy, man. He is not shy about certain language in terms of sexuality and various other things. So there was a lot.
And this right here is like,
yeah,
we got
right about 9.5 weeks or something. I don't know.
Right, yeah, we got a little dawn.
A little bit of
there.
everything.
Yeah.
But apparently there was just like a lot more graphic sexual stuff that they actually filmed that obviously they
had to
couldn't
cut,
put in.
Right.
Because even this is like the unrated version of the film.
Right, and there were a couple frames.
Still chose not to go all the way into it.
There were a couple frames there where you really saw
a little much.
Yeah.
And obviously with all the gore as well, it's like it's kind of a miracle that this thing even passed through the MPAA in 1987.
Well, does it I guess it would have to, but I was going to say, does it apply to MPAA because it was made in Europe?
Well, still, it's got to get released
here,
in
so right. They would oversee the American release. Right, that makes sense.
I don't know what the BBFC thought about all this either, so I don't know how much they got cut out of it.
That definitely needs stitches.
Well, yeah, that's what's going to happen.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, cheers to a cup of coffee.
Yeah, there you go. And further, all just drives home the complete stark opposite between the two brothers. Larry is very squeamish. Doesn't have a backbone about anything.
His name is Larry.
He's Larry.
Sorry, no offense to anybody named Larry.
Very domesticated, very average, normal family guy. Frank is all the way down the sex and the sleeves and all this type of stuff. So it's like it makes for something that's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And these effects are actually pretty good.
Yeah. I mean...
So far.
I mean, we're going to see some pretty incredible stuff as it goes along.
And now that I'm friends with Greg Nicotero, I
ask him how it was all done.
I can... Well, yeah, I mean... Practical effects are just so cool.
Oh.
And that is what? Some kind of cockroachy thing.
It's reforming his body.
Got it. Oh,
the more blood and tissue that he can sap from something else, the more it rebuilds himself.
Got it. I mean, that looks unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
this is right on par with The Thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all this... I don't know how they did all this sort of animation stuff, and it's not stop motion. I can tell that much.
It's got to be it's got to be a puppet.
But still, how the skin was creeping, the muscle was creeping back over the skull and everything like that. I mean, there's probably some reverse photography.
Yeah, it's got to be reverse, but
still,
it's puppetry.
Yeah,
and then shot in reverse.
But
there's Screaming Mad George's. Pectin or whatever it was from the Jelly Donuts.
Oh, yeah. Nice and...
Gooey
and...
It's like raining. You can see it that it's like...
Yeah, it's going a little bit backwards.
Dripping backwards.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Look at that shot.
Brains!
It's a little Tarman.
A little, yeah. Was that a Holocaust joke just now?
It looks like it, yeah.
That doesn't play too well in 2021.
Well. I don't know.
Oh, dear. I never understood why people would try that or do it. And why anybody would be enamored by it.
Mm-hmm. Like how much you just see all these expressions. Like everyone else is kind of joking and stuff like that, and Julia's like she's a million miles away. She's thinking about that passion, and Larry's not the guy to give it to her. He's so white bread, normal plain guy.
Right. She wants her bad boy.
Yeah. I mean, Andy Robinson was kind of saying in one of the interviews that it's like
that's the Larry.
Yeah. That he was like. Larry got kind of swept up in this kind of almost subversive woman in a certain way, and getting involved with her kind of like energy stuff like that. But like she's so there's such a wrong fit for one another.
Oh, and characters?
Yeah. I mean, even from the beginning of the whole film, right when they walk in the door, she's very much like she feels a little cynical, a little jaded.
I mean, they do say opposites attract.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because I think the dialogue was like they're moving away from someplace in the city where she probably had some nice, comfy, glitzy job in a certain way. Now she's out in this, you'd say, suburban environment that she's not really kind of like excited about.
It's not even in a supportive role like in Pet Sematary, where they've moved from the big city, you know, and they're in it together, kind of thing.
She's very reluctant about all this stuff. She's going with it because Larry's a nice guy, and she doesn't really want to rock the boat in any type of way. She's willing to give him a measure of leeway on the whole thing, but she's not happy at any point in time with that.
It's interesting to think about, would she be happy, and what would their relationship be like had Frank not knocked on the door in the rain and looked like a sex guy?
Even if they weren't just going back to this house, if they were going somewhere else, but it was still the same sort of suburban environment. If she wasn't thinking about Frank and getting all hot and bothered about the whole thing, would she have at least a different mentality about it?
But those are questions we won't get answers to. Ew. It's like somebody threw up the cream corn.
Yeah. Oof.
That might have been a midget. I think that's a midget.
It's got to be something else than a man.
Brains.
Brain man.
Then that's actually a person.
Yeah.
With makeup effects on her.
Because they have
him on him.
We have one actor, Sean Chapman, who plays like the regular Frank. We've seen the flashbacks, and we have a separate guy who's much leaner to play this version with all the prosthetics on.
Right. And yeah, because I can't imagine what it would be like trying to.
They dubbed both voices to match it up.
Oh, I see. So the actor's voice is dubbed onto this guy?
I think both of them are dubbed. I think so.
Really? So even neither one of the actors we're hearing their actual voice?
I mean, when I watched this before, it always felt like ADR over both guys.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It always felt
I wonder
that
if
way.
that was
I'm not sure.
I wonder if he was British and maybe they.
I think so.
They dubbed him to make him sound American.
Possibly. That'd be kind of weird for the two. One brother to be British or one to be American accent.
Well, I'm just saying the actor. Yeah. If they cast a British actor.
I'm just saying either way.
She looks kind of smitten herself.
Yeah, well, she's a little tipsy. Guy.
Yeah, she's... Too
many stairs to traverse when you're drunk.
That's right. Especially in boots like that.
Oh, yeah.
The blood from the cut.
Yeah.
Was enough to rebuild from 0 to that?
Enough. Maybe, well, probably also because you saw the stuff with the rats there, maybe he would... It does show later on that he is chomping on the rodents.
Eating up the rats. Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Which doesn't give him a whole lot, but it's something.
She is not all right.
No, hell no.
I like that the subtitles just said man. Mm-hmm. They didn't even give that character a name. He's just man. Trains are cool. Mm-hmm. Hats are cool. Mm-hmm. I don't look good in a hat. My head is too big.
Well, she looks all right in it.
I can't wear a hat. I would even take a hat like that bum. Oh, it's a visor. Never mind.
No, that's not a winner.
No. But yeah, hats are good. Mm-hmm. This is actually the same outfit that she was wearing before. So is this the same night?
Well, she was talking to Larry before that she wanted to get her own place instead of staying with them. So he's probably walking her home.
Oh yeah, I guess she wasn't going to stay with him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's weird because she was drunk and now all of a sudden she's not drunk.
Yeah.
But she's still wearing the same outfit. Or at least the same boots. Which, yeah, I get it. But it looked like the same outfit. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, her eyes are wide with lust. Oh, yeah. Actually, at this point it's probably disgust and like trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, rats.
He's got him kind of corralled there.
Great makeup.
Oh, it's top notch.
She's like, I want to make love to the rotting corpse.
Well, you got to rebuild the nether regions first.
Well, he's got some bony fingers or something, right? He's got a full set of teeth. Look at that. It's very, no, that's weird.
Yeah.
Is this a dream? What's happening?
Yeah, this sequence I don't think ever really tied itself into the story here.
Yeah, without any explanation. What is this? What are we looking at?
Yeah.
Why does she have so much eye makeup on?
Yeah.
I mean, visually it looks good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is the guy, like, spending the night at her place? Looks like?
Or maybe she's staying with him instead.
Well, that could be. That could be. He was sleeping on the floor, though, so... I don't love the stained glass windows in every room. It's weird to me.
Oh, that rotary phone, Jesus.
It's an old house. What do you want? She's like, if only I could get a whole bunch of other people over here and kill them. Damn it, she's cute.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this, you can definitely tell. What? You just gonna hang out on the stairwell there?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. The shoulder pads. The hair.
Oh, hell yeah.
The bar at the Marriott. That's a good-looking suit, I guess.
Yeah.
That guy's got 3 bottles of champagne for himself back there.
Oh.
Unless it's one of those fancy bottled waters, you know, like an Evian or Perrier or...
It's a bit it's a bit large for it. Sure.
I don't find her attractive at all.
Those earrings aren't doing no favors either. The hair is definitely going a little Bride of Frankenstein at this point. It's a little...
Hers?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely not his.
Yeah.
Not his.
It's getting a little big up on there.
Coffee?
Yeah, it's got zapped with electricity or something and just standing on end.
Nah, she looks good. The hair...
No, I'm not saying it's not good. I just feel like it's getting more exaggerated now. She's making herself look a little bit more femme fatale in a way.
Right. I'm curious how long it took and how much hairspray. You're not Frank. The balls on this guy. What's your problem? Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Now he feels entitled. Right?
Yeah, he's a little on the desperate side. And she's just anxious in terms of what she has to do in terms of having to murder someone. This gold eyeshadow.
Yeah, it's weird.
It matches the shirt, though.
I liked the shirt. I don't like the makeup. But then again, I never like any makeup, so...
Sure.
Look at that tuft of hair on his head.
That's not working, pal.
That is not good. You might just...
You think this...
You're going to want... You know, and he needs one of those hair restoration guys. Or he's just got to go full cue ball, shave it.
Yeah. It's like the fact that this guy thinks like this sleek, sexy woman so desperate to sleep with this guy. It's like, come on, pal. You gotta be really fucking desperate to think that's gonna happen. Those star earrings, I don't know. It's a little much.
No, not good. Not good. That shirt, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
What do we call that? Ochre? It's not pumpkin. It's too yellowy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the little tidy whities on this guy.
Yeah.
Aww. That might have been really your only option, though, at that point in life.
Mm-hmm.
Either boxer shorts or white briefs. Like, I think those were the only two options, right?
Probably.
I don't even know if boxer briefs were invented in 1987.
Mm. There we go.
There you go.
That's how you do it.
Great blood.
Mm-hmm. Nice with the teeth there,
yeah,
too.
I like it. Yeah, good and great splatter on her.
Yeah, she looks like a psycho. That looks really nice.
Yeah, look at his mouth. Like, that's awesome. I can't even imagine what it would be like to, like, kill somebody.
No. But this is part of what I really like about this first Hellraiser film. Is like it. Obviously, a lot of the sequels get more and more about the Cenobites and all that type of stuff. Getting up on that. I like that this film just like about.
Yeah, that's a child.
Yeah, I just like how this film just about human evil. The passions, the desires drive certain people to do horrible things to one another. In a way, it's a lot more interesting than some of the other. Let's say most of the other sequels, because most of them are shit.
I don't.
You probably haven't watched most of them anyway.
I'm pretty certain that I've never seen any of them other than this one.
Okay, that's a nice psychotic shot.
Love it.
She looks a little pale.
You missed a spot, honey.
Yeah.
And that bra ain't really covering up much.
Not a whole hell.
Oh. He's downstairs in the window. Great reactions on her.
Uh-huh.
She's a much better actress than she is an attractive woman.
Mm-hmm. Look at this.
He can actually walk now. It's not a child. Or a midget. I'm pretty sure that last one was a child.
Probably. But Clive's so good, this sort of like grotesque beauty in a certain way. It's like it's scary, but it's also kind of gorgeous in a way how he presents it, how he shoots it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's really gross, but at the same time, you can't look away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the how did they do that factor, but
there's a certain elegance in how it looks.
Maybe because it's all wet.
Maybe.
It's like glossy. Squirmy.
Mm.
What are you going to do with that body?
There you go.
Put your jacket over it. What else do you do?
Just fine.
Ajax.
Oh yeah, she stuffs it in they got a lot of rooms in this place. It's a bit much of a house for just two people.
Yeah, I would agree with that. A lot of house. And what else is on this floor?
I'm not. I think it's the bedrooms.
All right. Because there's 3 doors on the upper.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of rooms in this Gothic mansion.
Oh, yeah.
That's creepy. Was her killing the gentleman in the room there, was that her midpoint?
I would say so.
Maybe?
Close to
I don't know. We're, maybe not.
Close to it.
Because it was a couple minutes ago, so it would have been early, I think. I'm just thinking, structurally, her first offering, she has to take that next leap.
Right.
Yeah. Bring me more people.
Mm-hmm.
How can he hear her? He doesn't have ears. And you said even this here is a different actor?
Yeah, everything inside this makeup is a separate actor from the one we saw in the flashbacks.
Okay. They don't really look alike at all.
No.
Like, if you're going to go to the trouble of doing this much prosthetic makeup, just make a mold of the other guy's head.
Yeah.
And mold it around that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I always did feel like there's a little disconnect between the two versions. Just, they definitely felt like different actors.
Like, it almost takes me out of it. Like, because they don't look alike enough that it makes me even remember that it's the same one. Yes, I need a snake.
I mean, you can feel like it's written the same way. I just feel like the guy, Oliver Smith, the guy in the prosthetics, doesn't play it as domineering as Chapman does. He doesn't feel as forceful in a certain way.
Well, yeah, the take charge kind of...
He's feeling a little bit more, I don't know, seductive.
Yeah. the bad boy version, oh my God,
comes in and takes what he wants. The other one's trying to kind of massage her a little bit into the situation, which you can kind of get the approach to as like this very extreme situation.
This is disgusting, by the way. Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
Ugh.
Putting your hand in the bugs is one thing.
Yeah.
Eating the bugs, you lost me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He's got one in his beard. You? Oh, no, that's not right. He doesn't even look like the same actor.
Which one?
This kid. I don't know.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, I know it is. It's
He's very forgettable.
Yeah.
He's not much involved with the film.
Now this guy looks way more like the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
They should have had this guy play the corpse.
Sure.
They have the same shaped face.
Yeah.
He's a bad sell though on that death.
Yeah. Now she's just getting a little bit more. She's getting a taste for it.
Yeah. As anybody would.
Yeah,
this eyeshadow
the hair's getting bigger, man.
It's got to go, the eyeshadow.
Yeah, the hair's getting bigger.
Yeah,
too.
she looks like Vince McMahon. Not now, but then. In the aughts.
Yeah.
It's interesting how much time she just spends brooding.
Not doing much.
Yeah. Brooding or whatever. He's got working lungs now, I guess.
And he's got a shirt.
That's gonna hurt to put on a shirt. It would have been really tremendous if the smoke came out of his throat hole.
There we go. We're going to get we're kind of on the other side of the midpoint, so.
Yeah, right here.
It's about a 4 or 5 minute stretch of midpoint.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy that.
Because we're going to get, I'll see.
This might be the midpoint.
The setup now.
This might be the midpoint. I think this is probably the midpoint, yeah, where he reveals to her.
Yeah.
Oh.
What it's all about.
I don't like that fat one.
The Butterball Cenobite.
Yeah. Is that what they call him?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Hmm.
That's not how people watch boxing at home, sir. That's a bad pace, too, that he's doing.
Yeah, they spread out the film stock.
Oh, it's just the zombie in the attic, you know. She had a British accent just there.
A little bit.
Larry.
Check. I think she might have been. She is from England, so she is putting on an American facade, this one. Claire Frances Elizabeth Higgins.
Well, Frances Elizabeth Higgins is one of the most British names you can come up with. Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Is that their decoration?
I was wondering.
What's behind door number 1? Just the rats, you know.
It's a loud rat.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
He's still squirming. That's kind of cool. One way to shut up the rats. Nail it to the wall.
There you go.
Oh, that's kind of a nice. That's kind of a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the lightning flashes.
Yeah.
I can't tell if one of them is a bad kisser or if it's really good acting because she doesn't want to be kissed.
Yeah. She's just doing this to kind of pull him away from investigating things in the house.
Right. That's a creepy photo. Now, how awkward would this be? That's the very knife he used to cut open her negligee on her wedding night. Or the night before. It's off-putting, the fact that it's not the same actor.
Yeah, you just see it in the face. It's not the same expressions.
He's filleting a rat. Oh my God.
It's a bit much. Again, some of this obviously was trimmed when they put it out as an R-rated feature, but still, I mean, even half of this stuff getting out in '87 when everything else is getting chopped to the bone,
right,
is kind of impressive. I don't know how they managed it.
And this is, you said this is a director's cut of some kind?
Yeah, it's the unrated version.
Unrated version. I don't really have memory enough of the original to know.
Me neither. I just know this is unrated, so there's at least some things that got
extra
trimmed
frames,
out.
Right?
Yeah. Apparently, they had a shorter time shooting this scene because the guy who was supposed to open up the restaurant to give him access showed up late.
Oh, really?
So not wearing good ties for you.
No, and
especially with this tweed sport coat thing.
Well, and a patterned shirt.
It was a little all over the place.
Yeah, he's got triple pattern. It's weird. Meanwhile, she looks like $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
What are they drinking? Water? Is it supposed to be wine? It's supposed to be white wine?
I'm sure it probably is just water. Just seeping out all over that suit, man. Just dry cleaners can only do so much, man.
That's right.
I hope he's going to a different bar every time she's picking someone else. Well, this is going to get very suspicious.
Right. What is this brooch she's got on? Is it a feather?
Not this thing?
Yeah. It looks like
what the deal is.
Is it a... Looks like a fishing lure, or...
In fact, that's so much. If you take out the horror elements, it still plays like it's like an erotic thriller of some kind.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Basic Instinct or something.
Something. Some dark femme fatale film.
Yeah, she's really picking a bunch of lookers here, huh? No offense to this guy. He might be dead now, I don't know. It's been 35 years.
Ow.
She uses the hammer every time.
She likes the hammer.
Hammer time.
Can't touch this.
That's right.
Please, hammer, don't hurt him.
Would he not be unconscious?
He'd have a concussion by now.
She got him with 2 good whacks.
Yeah, no. Oh.
I guess... I don't know. I was going to say, we're supposed to think that she knows what's going on now? Or she just assumes that there's an affair.
She just knows something suspicious is going on. What the fuck her name is? Damn it.
The wife?
Julia.
Julia.
Julia's coming home with these some weird guy in some kind of clandestine manner of some sort. Something just feels very strange, and Larry was already having that dinner with her, saying something doesn't feel right.
Right.
Can you come over sometime, talk with her to see what's going on.
Tell me that's not the Myers house.
Donald Pleasant's behind one of them doors.
Right. Shot him 6 times. Yeah. He's kind of got like a James Spader quality to him, I think.
I think Less Than Zero came out the same year, and Spader is scary as shit in that movie.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, he plays this fucking drug dealer, man. He is just fucking intimidating as all living hell.
Give me your box.
Oh, no.
I want to be in your box.
And a couple nuns in the film.
Well, yeah. They were probably just walking by anyway. Hey, you want to be in this movie, sister?
It's called Hellraiser.
Right.
Or the other name, Clive was going to call it Sadomasochist from Hell.
Well, that's
that would have sold on a different market.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
No, it's going to sell to a different demographic, I think.
Yeah, the direct-to-home video market.
Behind the curtain in the back of the video store.
Right, yeah.
Oh, there. Give a guy Yankee status in the United States now.
Right. So now they've given context, in theory.
They probably shot that 3 months after filming ended.
Right. Or 3 months before. So she has the box with her? What a job that is. Sit and watch TV until your patient wakes up?
Ooh.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know that feeling. This bow tie. It's like Gregory Hines.
A little bit.
He tap dance his way through the film.
Yeah. I don't know if Hines ever had that little pencil thin, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not pencil thin. The box doesn't do anything if it's just sitting on the table.
No. You have to unlock it to open up the...
And does she know?
She doesn't really know anything.
Right.
She just knows that it's something that's vitally important to Frank. Almost dangerous to a certain degree from his perspective.
And what's with the little red dots?
Yeah. We'll get a lot more rotoscope animation in the climax of the film where basically Clive Barker and one other guy spent an entire weekend like non-stop doing hand-drawn animation to get it done. Wow. Because there was no other money left. And it looks kind of... It doesn't look all that great.
No. Well, even that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Now it's doing it on its own? Frank had to, like, physically push it down.
Yeah, it's a little...
I just don't know the rules.
Inconsistency on
I don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Tell me the rules.
Flat painted backdrop.
I was going to say,
no set there.
How weird would it be?
Now there's a set.
Yeah, that's a set. How weird would it be to like have a wall open up in your house and
there you go.
Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe style. Only, I was going to say with less Jesus, but there's Jesus down in the window.
There's some of that there. Then we had some nuns.
Right. All we need are some giant windows, and I could sing my Celine Dion song here.
It's interesting you post that kind of imagery in the film where, at least this area of hell, or whatever you want to call this sort of dimension they're into, is like, it's not falling off from any like religious sort of interpretation of anything like that. It's its own construct of what this sort of thing would be. It's a different entire realm altogether.
If I saw that in the alley, I'd laugh.
Yeah, this is the really the worst puppet. You can see the frickin' wheels behind it.
Yeah, look at that.
It's not good. It's never been good.
You can legit see the wheels on the ground. Not so much in these shots, but in the first ones.
Or you can see the person behind it pushing. It's like, I mean, respect enough to Arrow videos. They didn't go in and like, let's just paint some things out with a CGI and stuff like that. I think that's the way the film was. They made it back then with whatever money they had and resources. You can't fix everything up and be weird about it. It is what it is. And that creature's supposed to be like, it's called the engineer, who basically like kind of creates the puzzle boxes or something like that. It's kind of a off concept. I have to look it up.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's that, historical backstory when we haven't been presented with anything.
Right, it's a little unusual.
The steamy walls is kind of interesting.
Yes.
She's got a steamy face.
Engineer. So.
Oh, what this one's called? Chatterbox or something? Is that?
A Chatterer.
Chatterer. And we still don't know. We still don't know what they do. What's the fat one called?
Butterball.
Butterball, right?
And an interesting aside is that in the novel, Pinhead is actually female. They're not specifically said to be one or the other, but the way he describes it in the book is that it is a female voice, and it has bejeweled pins and nails and whatnot.
Interesting.
And because they're doing there's going to be a Hulu original movie, which is they're doing a new adaptation and remake. They have cast a woman in the role. I
think I read that, and
they kind of go back to the original thing. Because there's an HBO Max series they're doing that Clive signed on as an executive producer, but they're also doing a Hulu original movie, Hellraiser, so I don't know. I think Clive is involved in both. Because I don't know why he wouldn't be. I thought he got the rights back. I don't know. It's all foggy.
That looked like an overdub.
A little bit. I mean, with all the wind and the stuff like that, with the fog machine, you'd probably have to overdub a good amount of this. I mean, basically, the idea is the Cenobites are kind of like Hell's priests in a certain way. They're the ones who usher people between the different realms, and they're the ones who exact the sensations, all this type of stuff. They put them through all this stuff when they're in hell.
I think Bradley's makeup is pretty good.
I think it's a little better in the second film, but after that, it gets a little. It doesn't have the same kind of gritty quality the first two films have, so it feels a little bit more produced in a certain way.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it looked good.
Oh yeah, I love it here. The second film gets a little bit more refined, but once you get like Dimension films and whatnot, it just doesn't feel like they put as much.
Like, here's the rubber mask.
Not like they ever get bad with it. It just feels like it feels a little bit more like pre-produced or something like that.
Right.
Feels like here's the mold, just slap it on him. It's all kind of prepackaged.
Right. Here, put this helmet on, and we'll paint around your face.
Right. It just feels a little bit more kind of assembly line style in a certain way. It doesn't feel like it has as much character to it. Here we go. That shirt. Well, he basically has nothing to do with this whole film. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, I guess for a minute.
He's there to give a couple scenes with courtesy away from the family. That's mainly the main motivation for it.
Right, he has no impact
support
on
the story.
Yeah, emotional support.
Yeah.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did they get it on?
I don't know.
Quite a few here is what it looks like. That's straight out of Nightmare on Elm Street.
She's back to looking more regular
now.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. It's like they shot this at the same day they shot the beginning of the movie.
Sure, she just fucked all the frickin' homicidal rage out of her. I don't know.
Well, yeah, her hair has gotten a little shorter.
Yeah.
The coif.
Yeah. Or tamed down. I mean, in a way, I want to say this whole thing is a little subtle. I really don't know how exactly subtle it is to be subversive that it's not actually Larry. I think it's a little too obvious. I feel like they're trying to play it subtle, but
well,
I don't know. I just don't know if I've ever. I don't remember back to like the first time I saw this to really kind of process that.
Yeah, you can only
because you got the little stuff around the fringes of his scalp and everything. Yeah. The fact that they're banging in the bed like it's the last day on Earth or something. But man, Andy Robinson, man, he soaked himself right into this. He was working mainly with the original actor, Chapman, to kind of get the mannerisms and stuff like that more in line. This feels more like him instead of the skinless one.
In a way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the skinless guy looks more like this guy.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, Andrew Robinson was probably he was undoubtedly the most established actor at this point in time. So he was kind of the guy who gave the film a little bit more credibility in a certain way, gave it a little more.
And was it all British stuff he was in?
No, he's an American actor.
Oh, okay. I don't recognize him.
Well, we talked about him when he was in Child's Play 3. He was the barber.
Right.
And I told you he was Scorpio and Dirty Harry and a whole bunch of other stuff.
I forgot that this is the same guy.
Yeah. So I mean, he'd been doing stuff for like 15 years on film at this point. So he was very strongly established. And I kept hearing things that like him and Clive kept butting heads, but they interviewed him on this 90-minute documentary here, and the few pieces that I skimmed through that he was interviewed for didn't mention a damn thing about anything. It sounded like he had a great time on the film. So I don't know who was saying what about whatever. That Robinson and Barker were kind of clashing, but there was no corroboration from them.
Well, you know how rumors and innuendo go.
Yeah. I mean, he still goes to conventions and he has the Hellraiser stuff on the table for you.
Sure.
I mean, he had more of a problem when he was working on Cobra with Stallone because they cut out a whole bunch of like more layers to that story of that film, where obviously it comes out much more like just like a straight up slick 80s macho action film, and there's a lot more layers to it overall that he felt that was kind of cheated out of it. And there was more stuff with his character that he felt like should have stayed in the film. So he's not shy about talking about things that didn't go well on film. So I just think it went a little sideways in what people were trying to say about this, that, and the other thing.
She did say it's my father. I'm not happy. Come to Daddy's a good line.
Yeah. He's scary, man. Just that shot is just scary. He's just intimidating.
Yeah, imagine if they had the other actor.
Yeah. The prosthetic guy you're talking about, right?
No, I mean
even the original.
The
guy.
original Frank. Ew. The makeup is great.
Oh, and you can see where the money went to. The $1 million, the most of that probably went to like all this effects work. Everything else got a little.
It didn't really go to the script. That's for sure. Script guy got screwed.
Well, that Barker wrote it himself.
All right. Well. Oh no.
I mean, obviously, after all these years, after so many people have gotten so much more insight about the mythos and stuff like that, with whether it was the comic books or some of the sequels or stuff Clive has kind of imparted upon people with his own novels after the point, you kind of backfill.
That looks bad. That looks real bad.
That's not great, no.
She looks terrible right there.
But with all that stuff, you can kind of backfill into understanding what everything is. But like you're kind of getting into is like there are some blank spots in getting certain concepts conveyed. Like the dream sequence, like I said, there's no context for what that is. It has no relevance towards anything that we can tell in the film.
With the feathers and whatnot.
The feathers and the bloody thing on the sheet. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I've been watching this film for, I don't know, almost 25 years. I don't know what that shit was about.
Unless it's like just the regeneration of the body and it's foreshadowing or something.
It's very abstract if you're going to be that. It's just a little... There's not a clear through line to what it's really supposed to link into. Because when they're doing the dream sequence, there's like a baby crying or something like that. So I was thinking, like, well, they'd never really say how her...
Jesus!
But it was like, okay, well, they never really say how her mother died. Her mother died in childbirth, and that's what she's seeing here. But then there's some mangled up guy who pops up underneath the sheet. It's just a little too unformed up.
Yeah. It's a little rough draftish with good ideas.
And the thing with the vagrant guy we've been seeing who ate the bugs and everything like that.
Oh, no.
He comes back at the end. He's supposed to be like a guardian for the puzzle box.
I see.
You kind of transition it from one person to the next, but...
That makes sense.
It makes sense for me to tell you that. You can't...
I've never ascertained that on my own.
You don't really get that from how the film portrays it as much. And...
No, he's been looking at her.
Right.
Not even the keeper of the box.
Right. He hasn't been following around Julia or anything like that, or creeping around the house.
Oh, no, not the maggots again.
Yeah.
That dangly skin on his face is really a nice touch. There's a lot of layers to it.
Yeah. I mean, like, the guardian of the box, I thought he didn't show up anywhere else in the franchise, but apparently, like, there's a beat in the second film at the end of it or something like that, and then there's, like, a different actor who comes in and plays a sort of a similar character in 3, but it's not played anywhere the same at all. So it's like, it's just a concept that never really formed itself up in the films.
Yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of missing threads.
Yeah.
Including, why is there a gargoyle at the top of the stairs? It's cool.
It's like, yeah, you inherited a house and you cleaned it up, but you didn't restore jack shit around here. It looks fucking shit.
No, you might have thrown away all that food.
Whatever you're paying for this place, it ain't worth it.
Well, if he inherited it, he's probably not paying anything except tax.
One would hope not. I wouldn't want to pay a mortgage on this beast. I mean,
She is so good. For this being her first role.
Oh, yeah. He's so good, man. The fact of the range that he plays between the two different characters overall is like...
Right.
It shows... I mean, I already know he's a phenomenal actor, and this further reinforces it.
Right. Yeah, he's so different when he's Frank.
Yeah.
Even his eyes are different, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Much larger.
These are like all black contacts, like they're dilated.
Well, yeah, that might be a thing. I have this picture right here. I think he's got blue eyes.
Yeah.
He put on contacts to match the other actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking, he has eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so she brought back...
So they were kind of lying in wait for her to bring him out and pretty much bring the Cenobites to Frank.
Okay. And they're mad because he rebuilt himself?
He escaped.
Frank. What are those shoes?
Those shoes got to go. I was noticing earlier there was some kind of pattern thing on that didn't look.
I thought it was
odd.
I thought it was snakeskin or something. But look at that.
Oh.
By the way, as somebody who grew up going fishing with my dad,
Fish hooks are not
I will tell you
funny.
what, fish hooks are one of the more painful wounds you can have. Puncture wound.
I can't imagine the hours sitting in the chair for this stuff, for all this stuff. Any one of them.
I'm sure it really wasn't more than 3 hours. That is unbelievable.
Uh-oh. And this line coming up is all Andrew Robinson's idea.
Yeah. The tongue, Jesus. Oh, see? Jesus wept.
Because Richie, Clive just wrote in, fuck you. And he felt like it was so pedestrian of an idea.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
we gotta have... With as sort of poetic as Clive can get with some of his writing and dialogue and whatnot, it felt like we just needed something more here. And obviously with all the Jesus stuff in the film and so on and so forth, it fits so well.
There's that lightning box. Which doesn't seem to be having an effect on her holding the box.
No.
Excuse me. So they're threatening to take her now?
Yeah.
Because she's opening the box?
Because they can.
Well, if they can, you would need the box. She's putting the box back, okay.
To try to
seal them back in?
Yeah. That's not good.
No.
Like I said, they were busting this out over not even a long weekend. It felt long, but it was like maybe like 2 days. They were trying to lock themselves into like a hotel room to get all this animation done. I mean, because when you compare, like the Elm Street stuff is like maybe about $10 million they're putting into that thing.
Right.
This is $1 million.
Well,
so
I feel
you can see where like the money does make a major difference.
I do think though that some of that money went to, payroll. Because Saxon
and everything.
Saxon was a bigger name. Ronnie Blakely was Oscar nominated.
Well, I mean, even like we're talking '87. That's Dream Warriors time, and Dream Warriors looks fantastic and has some excellent.
Yeah, and
that has the objectionable sort of thing with the skeleton at the end.
Right. But even that, the production on that was like $5 million or something, right?
Probably at least that much, if not more.
I do not like the Butterball.
He's not as impressive as the other ones,
I'm not as afraid of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost a comedy act.
Yeah, the Chatterer one definitely gives you something
100%.
To go off of. Yeah.
Yeah, Pinhead and Chatterer are the best.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the corner. What does the corner do? And here comes that really bad puppet with the wheels on the bottom.
Yeah, wheels go around.
That's right. Oh, punch in the mouth. Yep. This is bad.
Yeah, this puppet's not good at all.
I can't imagine what it would be like trying to act with this puppet. Like, it's not scary.
Yeah.
You don't have the music when it's happening, so there's no mood.
Yeah.
It's just, silent, puppetry. You could probably see the actors and the puppeteers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And it's not that most articulated of a thing. And you can see it again. You can see them. This time they try to put a blanket over it. You can still see it moving in the background.
Yeah.
Like,
I really like those ones where it's a genuine reaction. We've seen several, in our years here.
I mean, honestly, when Dream Warriors compared to the Snake Freddy, I was like, God damn, it's like 1,000-degree difference.
But there's ones like I don't know, Danielle Harris or whatever, where she actually in Halloween or there were several with the child actors that they get an actual scare. Miko Hughes, in Nightmare.
Yeah.
New Nightmare. Like, those are the best.
Yeah.
I can't believe this guy lived.
Yeah. He doesn't make it to the sequel.
Does he die in storyline?
No, he's just not there anymore.
They just forget him?
Yeah.
Well, the Cenobites have taken all of these fine folks away.
Yeah, the whole thing is like the whole house was supposed to go up, and that's basically what I think that's what they're trying to say here, that the whole house burned up and now we're sitting in the rubble of it. But
oh, really?
They couldn't fucking burn the house down.
Really? That's what this means?
I think that was the idea of it, but because they started having the house glow and stuff like that, it's like ain't gonna fucking do that, and they ain't gonna build no miniatures.
Oh, here comes our bum.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the movie, the house set again to see if
the
there's
background
this building.
looks anything like it. I
feel like it's not. I feel like it's not, though.
No.
Tony Caesar?
Tony. I don't think they can afford Tony.
No.
He's probably doing Serpent of the Rainbow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Down in Haiti. Oh.
Yeah, they kind of cobbled this thing together at the last minute, too. And the thing flies off, and now I'm going to hand it off to someone else. More cockroaches.
Gross. So gross. They fell out of his beard.
Oh.
"What's your pleasure, sir?" is a great last line.
Yeah.
When I think back to final lines in some of these horror movies we've covered, I feel like the final sentence is not necessarily a memorable, quote.
Yeah.
But "What's your pleasure, sir?" is a great one.
It's a summation of everything.
It
ties it right back.
That might be top 5 closing lines in a horror movie.
I mean,
I'd have to go back and think about it.
Right.
Nothing has ever struck me like that did just now. Because usually it's all, rainbows and butterflies.
Something.
Oh, pink muddy.
Only thing that comes to mind is Season of the Witch. Just stop it.
Well,
it just has a strong impact, but a line that kind of encompasses
wardrobe assistant Brian Cox, our old friend. That's probably not him.
No, probably not. No, but just having a line that sums up a sort of thematic element of the film.
Right.
This works towards that end as you're getting to.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
it's a perfect last line.
Right.
If anybody can think of a different last line that we're forgetting, please put your favorite last lines either on the Twitter or on the comments of the video, something. Because I can't think of anything right now that's coming to me like, that's, you know. A lot of times it's, like a visual,
Yeah, more visual typically, yeah.
When you think of the ending. But, holy cow. Yeah. So, really, that kind of, I feel like talking through it, made it a little more palatable. It's just, there's not a lot of explanation. It's very weird.
Right. I mean, I do. I don't know if I want to say if I love the film, but I very much appreciate the film a hell of a lot because it go 1987, like walking into this film is like just what they're presenting to you as a visual on the screen. It's like you've never seen anything like this.
Right.
The imagination, weird because there's one review that says they thought the film was a bankruptcy of imagination, which like if you don't get the concepts, like there's imagination on screen here.
100%.
A vision overall, like you've never seen anything quite like what this film is presenting to you in its style and its ideas, where everything around this time is starting to get a little flimsy. It's kind of starting to get a little jokey in a certain way. Things are kind of slightly unraveling in the horror genre.
Right.
It's not so much horror anymore. It's kind of kitschy, pop culture stuff. This film it's trying to be horror. It is presenting thematic ideas about human pleasures and desires and passions, stuff like that, and how they can corrupt and twist people to do weird things. So it's like it's presenting interesting ideas and presenting them with phenomenal visuals.
Yeah, the visuals are great, except for some of those puppets.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. Cool. And the box is the best.
Yeah.
It's a great prop.
Great stuff. So.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah. So, don't know if we'll get around to the other ones. Maybe at some time, but
yeah, this one we felt like we needed to do.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll be back around for some other. Well, gotta get through our holiday stuff this year.
Yeah, holiday stuff.
That's going to be the next batch of things coming out shortly.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.